Welcome everyone to my new video presentation about Decentraland price prediction technicals and everything that is important to us. It is a cryptocurrency which is well known about its possibilities of exploding in terms of price action. It is based on a whole lot of the things behind the door in terms of the blockchain fundamentals, and it delivers products. It has an amazing community out there supporting the project. At the same time, as soon as it starts moving, this crypto is just printing double or triple digits movement, which means that we have been facing decentralized moving in a very short period of time, more than 100% back in the day. So when we talk about a bull market situation, this kind of category of cryptos have the ability to perform outstanding results in short periods of time. It's just about waiting it out till that moment comes and making sure you are trading it properly. At the same time, it is supposed to be leveraged out, so you generate basically not only what the percentage says, but a lot more on that. Because you are waiting for the right moment, you are trading it correctly, so you are worth to be paid very well. Now, before we get into the topic of the prediction, make sure to check out my main YouTube channel as well for those of you that value education and believe it's important to have proper skills of trading and the knowledge necessarily for that. We have a one-on-one coaching where I'll take you by hand and teach you how to trade, transform you into a professional trader in the right direction. It is an intensive coaching live with me. I'm going to talk about it at the end of the video, along the way with the ability for you to join my trades, completely done for you, no prior fees, only commission from the profits we achieve. Commission is paid by you every 7 days. We perform the trading for you with trading permission through API, and it is quite straightforward. By the way, you can schedule up a free call with me on Calendly where I can explain you more. Now, we're going to talk about those things in details at the end of the video. Just like I said, currently we focus on the daily candlesticks for Decentraland, a crypto out here that successfully broke out of the winter. Winter has been punished very aggressively for 529 days. So for a lot of the people thought that 2023 is still going to be a complete year of bearishness. Unfortunately for them, and in a very enthusiastic way for us, 2023 ended up about to be ended just like we were expecting. For the last quarter of the year, we're aiming to get out of the winter. As soon as you get out of the winter, enthusiasm is going to come out for the crypto space. When that steps in, cryptocurrencies will start printing numbers. And those numbers will basically attract people and prepare for the upcoming bull run. If you don't have numbers, people don't get attracted, which is obviously wrong from a trader and from someone that knows how the markets work, due to the fact that you need to touch the cryptos before they print numbers, as soon as they are in certain stages of accumulation as well as continuation of arranging. That is most of the time the compounding period. So this is usually appearing at the end of the winter and it has no volume. It's exactly this place which I have encircled right now. That is the best time basically to accumulate in Decentraland, and for the upcoming years you're not going to see that price again. So you need to be very, very careful with that. At the same time, the current price that we're actually discussing is not far away from there. So take a look at the Decentraland, market performance from the past. I mean, $2.7, $3, $6, depending on the situation you're considering to visualize. But the idea is that anything between 40 cents, 50 cents, 20 cents, 60 cents are all levels much lower than the numbers printed on the bull run. This cryptocurrency is expected to touch double digits on the bull market of 2025, which is basically from right now an easy 20x. Now at the same time, what's happening at the moment? Well, successful breakout of the environment trending line. It's a resistance environment trending line, and the movement right now that we're looking for, pushing basically for number 3 Elliott wave, which is basically the reversed golden pocket area that's acting as a very strong supply level situated somewhere around 70 cents, where the market is expected basically to face resistance, form a lower low on a minor structure, and then explode basically by having on a macro structure a higher low, which is beautiful as a preparation for the last step of number 5 Elliott wave. Of course, the numbers here and the way they're portrayed can have a little variety out here, especially on the timing side. So it's not necessarily to explode on 2024 time-wise. You can do it in December, depends how long it takes us. So, but the idea is that the explosion out of the reversed supply level is necessarily. Now, once that happens, there will be major volume triggered towards Decentraland. The reason for that is quite simple. People expect from these cryptocurrencies to move before they touch them, like I told you. So the movement they're looking for is always a double-digit movement, and as soon as Decentraland has the volume necessarily to do 30-40% in a day, you cannot imagine how quickly people jump on board and start investing, trading, and put their attention by positioning Decentraland as a spotlight to their trading activity. It is something unbelievable. No one cares about a crypto as soon as it's not delivering. Everyone cares about a crypto after it started deliver. But no one cares about a crypto when it's not delivering and it's supposed to deliver in the future. So this is something interesting. Obviously, there is a psychological explanation behind that, and we clearly know we're not going to dive into the topic. Therefore, the first target that we consider will be basically this top right here for Decentraland. Do I want to fight with the number 3 Elliott wave impulse and say that the reverse supply level is something I would consider the first target? No. Definitely not. That would be the organic movement as soon as the bull market is basically on the calendar. If it's not on the calendar, which is something that we do not support as a theory right now, then the number 3 impulse will be our target. But as soon as we consider to have a bull market on the calendar, then obviously the first target that is basically part of a minor continuation stage is definitely not considered the reversed golden ratio of the supply here at 65. Definitely not. It is much higher. So I would go basically for the $1.10, $1.05, slightly above the dollar mark, especially that it's a round number. It is a psychological barrier out there, and usually tops like that are forming strong extensions that can trigger people into shorts, a lot of the people exiting. So that kind of volatility, which we usually associate with a temporary top. And then what's happening afterwards? Well, as soon as you get out of the 1.35, this top, you're going to enter into the liquidity zone of an order block, this rectangle, and this can trigger basically the movement towards 2.8, $2.9, $2.7. You want to go to the major top right there as soon as you trigger that. So you need to trigger the rectangle over there. But when you do the rectangle triggering, you need to be prepared with volume to push basically the price action from the middle of the rectangle to the top with another 75%. This is something portraying for the first part of 2024, and we're looking forward to discovering more on that as soon as you see my 2024 prediction videos, which I'm about to record very soon. So this is pretty much all on Decentraland for the current situation of December 2023. We're aiming basically for a much better context and for a much better portrait than we see today. Beautiful. Once again, for those of you that value education and believe by getting a better set of skills and knowledge, you can become a better person in terms of trading and performing. It is no reason to leave the leverage out. It is no reason to leave the ability for you to multiply your revenue on the long run and make sure you do things properly. The majority of people that care about education are coming after major losses. Do not be one of those guys, and make sure you don't get yourself liquidated or you don't get yourself in a way of self-eliminating yourself before the bull run starts by not being prepared. Something that I basically not suggest. Now, at the same time, we have the completely trading done for you. Just like I said, you can read more about it on the page. This is only for me and my close community. No fancy stuff, no sales pages. They're not needed. Now, at the same time, the Calendly ability for you to schedule up a call with me and we get into the topic. So like the video if you enjoyed. We talk to you soon.